Welcome back to Low Carb for Life. I know it's been a while, but I have got a great dessert for you. I wanted to get it to you ahead of time so that you could also use it for your 4th of July celebration, but I got a little far behind, so I'll show it to you anyways. I'm going to do I think it's a 3-part dessert. This is called Reese's Peanut Butter Dessert. It's absolutely delicious. I even had my 17-year-old daughter's friends taste it, and they said it tasted just like a Reese's peanut butter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the first step, and I'm going to make some peanut butter cookies. Peanut butter cookies, all it's going to take, it's called magic peanut butter cookies because it's very, very few ingredients. I have 1 1/3 cup of Splenda, 1 egg, a teaspoon vanilla, and a cup of creamy peanut butter. You can also use crunchy, but I have just creamy here. Make sure that it's sugar-free. For this whole recipe, after I get all done, it will be 39 carbs for the whole recipe, and you can get about 6 to 8 servings depending on how you cut the slices, and I'll show you that later in the pan. First, let's get started on the peanut butter cookies. I'm just going to put my peanut butter in. I'm going to mix all of this together with my Splenda. And it's going to be a little bit sticky. You know, we're not putting any flour in it. We're not putting any, so it's going to be a little bit tricky to get going. But you're going to mix all this together. And then we're going to form little balls, just like you would any higher carb peanut butter cookie recipe. And you're even I even have a little bit of Splenda that I've set to the side to use for making the little X's on the top, and you'll see that too. We'll get that together too. It feels good to be back. I've had, so many times I wanted to get some recipes out to you guys, but I've never found the time, so I want to get this earlier, but as long as I'm getting it out, I think that's all that matters. Okay. That is just about blended through. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you about 1 or 2 of them. And then I'm going to finish up the rest. And you're going to put this in a 350-degree oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. Okay. Smells very good. Okay, I got that all. With clean hands, of course, I'm going to make a few little balls. This is supposed to make about 20. The recipe, we're only going to use about maybe 13 to 16. You're going to want to line your pan with parchment paper. And I'll just do a few of these. And then I'll show you real quick how I'm going to put the X's on it. A little bit of Splenda on a fork, just like you would do when you used to make your higher carb peanut butter cookies. I'm going to go ahead and finish up these, and I'll come back and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. Okay, this is what the cookies will look like when they come out of the oven. They're perfect. My next step will be I'm going to crumble about 13 of these up in the bottom of this pan, and they crumble fairly easy. The bottom, just like you would any graham cracker crust. If you want to put them in a little food processor thing, you can do that too. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter, again, just like you would do your graham cracker crust. If you notice, I'm not going to be putting any Splenda in it though, because my next step for the cookies, maybe I'll add a little more cookies. My next step for the cookies will be I'm going to drizzle some melted sugar-free chocolate chips over the bottom of this. It's not going to be perfect. It's just going to be a little drizzle, so I don't think the added Splenda would really make a difference at all. Okay, in the meanwhile, while this is sitting, you're going to want to probably put this, I put it in the freezer for about 10 minutes while I'm doing everything else. What I want you to do is I want you to put this in the freezer for about 10 minutes. while you're doing that, go ahead and make your sugar-free Jell-O chocolate instant pudding, and I believe it's with 2.5 cups of milk, and put that in the fridge also. And we'll be right back and I'll show you the rest. Okay, I just took this out of the freezer. This is our peanut butter cookie crumb. I melted about 1/2 cup of chocolate with about a tablespoon of butter in the microwave. And you just drizzle it. It doesn't matter how you do it. Drizzle it all out. This is going to be all layered. You're going to do this all in layers, so it doesn't really matter if it looks pretty now. Your next step that you're going to do, you already did the pudding, and that's in the fridge, cooling. The next step you want to do is 4 ounces of cream cheese softened, 1/2 cup of Splenda, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm going to stick that in my mixer. Oh, and 1/4 cup of peanut butter, almost forgot. 1/4 cup of peanut butter. This is going to be the layer that's going to go on top of the chocolate. So you're going to want to put that back in the freezer when you're mixing this. We'll come back after I've mixed this, and I'll get my chocolate pudding, my crust. Also, almost forgot, you have to make homemade Cool Whip. You don't have to make it yourself if you want to go to the store and buy a container of Cool Whip. You can, but a lot of people don't want that extra sugar, which it's not really very much, but it is. Cool Whip that you buy at the store is more fake. It's not good for you. So what I went ahead and did is I took a cup of heavy cream and about 2 tablespoons of the Da Vinci or Tirani sugar-free vanilla flavoring, and I put that in my mixer and I made a Cool Whip, and I'll show you that when we come back to it and we'll put it all together. Okay.